Hello and welcome to OCR Talk, episode 4 of season 3, but overall episode 50.
Yeah,
How's it
we
going, Anna?
are at a
Oh yeah,
safe,
I'm Jason Dupree.
comfortable.
Duh.
Oh yeah, and I'm Anna. If you can't read, or if you're listening to this on the podcast, and we're at a safe social distance from each other. We're
Quite
practicing safe social
quite far.
distancing quite far.
How many 12 hours? 15 hours?
Yeah,
Something like that.
at least 12 to 15 hours.
It's good.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good distance.
Yeah. Um so this episode is not about that though. We're not here to talk about coronavirus and COVID-19. I think you hung up for a second. This live stream has gone to crap already. Anna has seeming to have lost her connection. So I might just try the call again. But we are definitely at least 6 feet apart. Sophia, appreciate that. I'm gonna hang up on Anna and call her back real quick. Let's see what happens here. Bring her back in. She is stuck in a not the most flattering image, so I apologize, Anna, for that. My picture is messing up, but it'll be okay. It'll switch back in a second. Hey. Oh
Technical
no. Now
difficulties.
both of our images. Nope. Okay, there we go. Looking good. Yeah, you dropped out for some reason.
That's weird, because like my Wi-Fi
Sophia
is really
says
strong.
it looks like we're 3 inches apart from the screen. But no, this. We're going to talk about other stuff. There's other
Yeah,
things in the world. The coronavirus is not the only thing going on right now. So
no.
we've got some other stuff. I gotta pull up my list and somehow watch the YouTube feed at the same time. So it's going to be tricky.
So many other things. So many other things.
Um, First off, how are you? Have you been
I'm
running?
good. I'm hanging in there. Yeah, I've been running actually. Um, yeah, DecaFit got canceled. So
Yeah.
my trainer, since she likes me so much, we got together last weekend and did like a full run through at the gym. And like for the runs, we ran on the Woodway treadmills, and I hate those. And she's like, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't make you run on them. I'm like, okay. It sucked so bad.
Anna was actually just sharing about her work situation and
Yeah.
that they've been. You said y'all been having just a lot of calls, but
Yeah, a lot of
you not.
calls, a lot of emails. We get debriefed at the beginning and end of each shift. So at like 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. we have like this big huddle, which I'm thinking now is against CDC guidelines because we're gathering all in one teeny room, teeny tiny meeting room. And yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna switch those to just emails now. But yeah, in either case, I've been getting email after email saying these are the new guidelines. This is what we have to do in procedural areas. We're gonna take away your masks now, yada yada yada.
Take away your
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah, because apparently some people were stealing them from work. Like even patients and visitors were finding where the masks were available because we used to have masks out and available for patients or visitors if they wanted to wear one, and now
Mm,
we had to pull those because people
wow,
were just taking boxes of them. And they're like, "Yeah, now we're just going to keep them all in one centralized location, and if you want a mask, you can come get one."
that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Huh. Well, we are working from home, and we are very. Both me and my wife are both very thankful that we have jobs that are we're able to do remotely. Now, the money that our company brings in still depends on the companies that we work with, but for the most part, we are in a pretty safe space for that. Like we're still working, 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to hear about some people who can't. Like it's nice to be able to have a moment to relax, but I mean, is
Right.
anybody really relaxing? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Josh, you gotta type in !vote then the number, and I don't know what that does, but some dumb bot in the chat. Um, so yeah, I've been trying to get in my running and stuff as well. The bouldering gyms, the rock climbing gyms are all closed down now, so
Yeah.
can't go do that. So, not doing that either. Just trying to do some upper body mixed in, like in the backyard kind of stuff. I don't know what these people are talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no Zoom here. We're using Skype because Skype can pull NDI. It's some streaming broadcasting technology, so you can pull those feeds directly into OBS, which is pretty cool. Um, Zoom, I haven't figured out a way to use Zoom to do that. But Zoom costs to have more than 2 people on for more than 45 minutes anyway.
Yeah. That's what we use at work, but
Well, the only thing I still can't stand about a lot of these different programs is that when we talk over each other, it drops both voices. Like the
yeah.
audio, yeah, it treats it as though there's now actually the way I've got it, the audience is actually hearing my voice through my mic, not through Skype. So it
Hmm.
actually might work a little better that way. I'm not sure. We'll see on
Hmm.
the live feed that I pull off of it, or the recording that I pull off of it. And yes, Sophia, discording from home and from work while still working is nice. Um, and Eric's asking what they're voting on. There's a dumb
What are
bot
they voting on?
bot that I put in the chat, and
Oh.
this I don't know. It's nothing. It's not as cool
It's a
as it
surprise
looks.
later.
So yeah, still trying to get to it, get after it, and my leg is not healed. So after 2 months of
Stress
not
fracture.
running, yeah, it
Oh.
still hurts when I run on it. And what you gonna do?
Just take it
I
easy.
I am gonna
Just take
go
it easy.
see. I'm gonna go try and actually see, like an actual orthopedic sports medicine doctor and get past, try to get through that stuff that way instead of just going to my old general practitioner because
Yeah.
he didn't do it for me apparently. But let's talk about some OCR stuff that does not pertain to coronavirus. Can we do that?
Everything does. Everything does.
I don't know if you see my list of topics in the YouTube channel or like for the description of the channel, but just put a little funny joke at the end there. Anyway, so starting off, Savage Race. We talked about obstacles last episode and
Hmm.
new obstacles for 2020. Will we get to see these new obstacles? Who knows at this point?
Who
But
knows?
Savage Race does have a couple of new obstacles. They've been really good about making new obstacles every year, at least four or so, 4 to 5 every year.
Hmm.
And this year is, I think they did more changing and twisting and mashing together obstacles than they did just flat out new obstacles.
Yeah.
So just take a look real quick here. Got some images. I've done something cool here. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Here is a map for. Where's my button? Oh. Um, so now it doesn't. There's a little bit of a shadow, a drop shadow, so it looks like it's on the top of
Hmm.
us.
Yeah.
Um, kind of cool. Anyway, this is a Savage Race map from. Now I got to remember where it's from. From Florida, that was scheduled for last weekend, which
Oh,
obviously
well.
didn't happen.
Other Central Florida location.
Yeah. But what I thought was cool about this is looking at some of the different new obstacles. Looking at battering bird.
As opposed to battering ram
Yeah,
that
so
they had
they've
last year.
they've actually got battering ram and twirly bird
Twirly bird.
mixed together in one rig.
Battering bird.
Yeah, battering bird. And I think, all right, so I'm trying to get away from using other people's images without their permission, but we're still free. And I've heard back from Savage, but obviously they've got a lot going on right now, so I don't want to get too crazy.
Obviously. Yeah.
We're obviously going to wait on them. But this is their image from their website showing, you can see battering ram. The guy's on 2 instances of battering ram, and then after that is a twirly bird hold. So I can see that being a pretty intense, pretty cool obstacle.
That looks fun.
Yeah. And there was also, let's go back to the map here. Anchors Away. Now, Anchors Away actually isn't really a mix-up of anything. It just looks like a cool new rig. So it's kind of a take on existing rigs where you've got rings that you hang on to, like let you hold, and you hook them on something, hook them on some little apparatuses. But this one, really cool. They've been having it at like a couple of their last races, I think, where you hook it on this anchor-looking apparatus where you kind of get a hook on one side or the other side, and you kind of just swing and pull off and grab the next one. So it's kind of like what they've had previously in other races, but it's a moving deal. So,
that looks fun.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool and pretty challenging too.
That looks kind of like it could almost be a little low too. I don't know. Maybe it's just the angle of the picture.
Right. The girl looks like she's walking on the ground.
Right. Maybe she's falling. I don't know.
So I really can't wait to try that one. That one does look really neat.
Yeah, Sophia, those twirly bird holds, aren't they like almost like bungee material? Like they're stretchy material.
No, I think they're just more ropes, but they're
Are they
thin,
rope?
a whole bunch of thin ropes. I don't think they really stretch.
I thought they had like a little bit of stretch to them. Maybe that was in another race. Maybe that was
Conqueror Gauntlet has had those where they stretch.
maybe that's what I was thinking of. But those are pretty tricky.
Yeah. And usually, like I know Josh Chase being such a big arm span, he can actually skip on Twirly Bird from the triangle holds to the next triangle hold and just skip over the ropes.
Yeah, there was a video of Yuri Force doing that. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was Yuri doing it. He just like flew through the obstacle. It took him like maybe a few seconds flat just to get through it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I've tried such and I cannot reach.
Yeah.
Like if I get the best swing I can get and stretch as far as I can stretch, and it's not enough room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so the last one is Scornhole. Is that what they call it? Scornhole, I think.
Scornhole.
This is pretty unique and new. Very different. Quite. I'd say different for an obstacle course race, but not really, because really they're taking something like a spear throw that we are used to and just changing. You're taking an object and hitting another object or a target. So it's kind of like a wall ball mixed with pinball or plinko, or I don't know. Like
The Price is Right.
Yeah. So you got a board where you do the wall ball and throw it up into the hole, and cornhole. Yeah, so scornhole. Just be careful if you don't get it in there and it comes rolling back to you. The event that I saw they had it at, it was on top of a slight hill. So if you missed and you didn't catch the ball, it would roll all the way down the hill, and you'd have to go chase it down, which I thought was pretty funny. Eric Richardson doesn't believe my totally believable breaking news that I've got on the scroll bar. Give me something else. I can change it. Something funny. Or just add to it.
They're not being taken as payment in grocery stores. We finally found a 1 4-pack of toilet paper up in a small mountain town.
Wow.
And it's RV toilet paper.
It's what?
It's RV toilet paper.
RV?
Yeah.
Like it? Oh, because it's made to be more biodegradable?
Yeah. So there is no longer a toilet paper crisis in my household, at least for the next week or so.
All right, I've updated our breaking news now since you've told me that. All right, what's next? Let's see. We got more topics. Savage Race. Poor Sam, watching him talk about what their companies, the decision that their companies are having to make in
Yeah,
all this is heartbreaking. Feels for all of us. We all feel for them, and as other people have said, you love these companies, support them whichever way you can. If it's going to buy um, a hoodie off their website or something, do that.
definitely. Yeah, I
So
mean that's like probably half their season gone right there. I mean, I guess most of their volume was like in these next 2 months. Would have been within these next 2 months.
yeah. Oh, Sophia got a multi-pack yesterday.
Target? Let me tell you about the Target where I shop. I don't even want to step foot in that Target.
Not your usual Target.
No, it's just yeah, it's scary right now.
We aren't talking about COVID-19. Stop talking about it, Sophia. uh, we do have more topics. Hang on, come on.
Yeah, we do.
Let's get back on track here. Uh, m- m- uh, I don't know why I saw this from Muttering. Maybe that's where I saw it first. Muttering God announced and showed that Gladiator Rock N Run was having their last event, and they still have a chance to do it because it's on May 9th in
Yeah.
Arizona. So, we'll see. But Gladiator Rock N Run, I don't know how many people out here have done it. Have you ever done one?
No, I haven't.
It's a race that a guy from American Gladiators put on. His name is Nitro, I think, on American Gladiators.
I used to love that show.
Yeah. So he put on a OCR, and it's called Gladiator Rock N Run, and I think they had a big stage with a band and music always playing for theirs. So
Did they have the guns on the side where you could like shoot people with the foam balls? Remember that?
I don't think so, but man, they
That would
missed
be
out.
so much fun.
If they didn't have that, they surely missed out. Or at least be part of the obstacle course, right?
Right.
Man, that'd be awesome. Um, Eric, if we have time, we can talk about earthquakes, but we're going to try and save all that stuff to the end. So we can get through all the topics that we wanted to talk about last episode. What did we talk? Oh, we just did all obstacles last episode.
And then Battle OCR that was coming.
Yeah. So yeah, their last event, I did Gladiator Rock N Run probably 3 years ago or so. It was like the last one that they had here in Dallas, and it was kind of one of my first races where I was like really trying to go all out because I knew it would be a smaller race, not that many people there, trying to see how I do. I think I ended up getting, I don't know, 10th or something like that overall, and that was with a bunch of people. The course being marked wrong and a bunch of people taking the wrong route, and I saw it the right way and probably did a whole 2 extra obstacles that everybody else did. So I probably would have won. Eric trying to give us topics to talk about, and it's all we got old news to talk about. Come on.
We got old stuff.
So yeah, if the world doesn't blow up, go check out Gladiator Rock N Run's last final event party, May 9th, at the Adobe Dam Recreation Area, next to a Six Flags, apparently, in Glendale, Arizona.
Nice.
Have you been listening to the Run Public any?
I listened to their first couple episodes, like on the way home.
Eric, look at his comment. Yes, Hobie Call won Spartan 2013 World Championships. That was so awesome. That is old news. Bracken, you're silly. Bracken and Kirk DeWint have been doing some pretty cool stuff over there.
Yeah.
They had one episode where they interviewed Matt B. Davis, which was pretty cool to kind of hear his, where he came from and how he got into OCR himself. Because as they said, you usually don't. He's asking that of everybody else, and you don't hear his story that often.
Yeah.
But I can't watch these comments and not laugh. Scott Knowles in there now.
Thanks, Scott, for that breaking news.
But the thing that they talked about that I loved was the OCR industry and who is in this space and who's doing the dirty work. Not just like who's racing, but who's actually putting on the events, who's doing coordination stuff, who's doing media. Obviously, Matt, he didn't have a media background. He just kind of got into it because of this. We didn't have backgrounds for this kind of stuff. We got into it, the live streaming, the broadcasting that we're trying to do. I didn't have a background for that. All these different people, Margaret, David Magida as an announcer, like all these people are coming from inside the industry, which is what I thought was really cool to see that we have built this industry from the ground up of the people in it. Nobody has successfully, I don't think, come in with gobs of money and been like, we're going to turn this into what we want it to be. It
Yeah.
really is a grassroots kind of sport.
Yeah,
Still.
that's exactly what I was thinking. It's been basically just built from the people that are supporting it, the people that have gotten into it, have done the races, and then like have moved beyond that. Scott, it's ridiculous.
Do I look that good?
And
Thank you, Scott.
Scott letting his man crush be known for
Does
all
my
of you.
face look thinner since I'm wearing these big headphones? I couldn't find my earbuds. Does my face look worse when you can see my ears, or does that look good too?
The black kind of blends in with your chair.
Yeah.
Jason's got his whole professional setup since he has to work from home.
Yep.
But yeah,
Sorry,
like
go ahead.
just no, just all these, all these. Scott, you have Jason blushing now. But just all the people that we've met, going to races, and then it's just evolved into this whole thing that we just kind of do in our free time and do as a hobby, just because we like the sport and we want to see it grow and we want to see more positive things come out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't listened to the Run in Public yet, even they've said they don't know how much longevity can they get out of just talking about running and training and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the stuff that they've done so far is really cool to hear those guys from an elite perspective. We've had elites doing podcasts before with Hunter and Benny, and but obviously that was their crazy show, and so they didn't talk about training quite to this level, to this depth. So hearing Bracken and Kirk talk about that stuff is really good. I mean, there's definitely been some episodes like Mike Stefano mentioned the other day. He was out on a run, and as he was listening to him, he was starting to change his form and kind of try some things out. And I think I did a little bit of that as well, listening to one of the episodes recently.
Yeah, I went through a point where I was just listening to like strictly podcasts whenever I would run, and just because it would give me something else to listen to instead of focusing on my run. And it did help a lot, like as far as training goes. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been listening to true crime podcasts, so it's fine.
Nice. Does it get intense, like while they're talking about murders and stuff? Does it get intense and it makes you run faster or anything?
Not while I'm running. Not while I'm running. Just on my commutes.
I feel like April said that she's listens to some audiobooks while she's running on the treadmill. And
Yeah.
so when it gets intense like that, it does make her like kind of want to speed up.
I like want to run away from
I think
the ominous music. That's
I think it's working for her.
That's awesome.
The OCR Report, which we are a member of, thank you, Will Hicks, and the rest of the team. Looking to get, Will started doing the OCR Report to try and get things a little more serious than they have been. It's not that things have been bad in the media industry for OCR, but obviously there's still a long way for things to go.
Yeah.
So, we're looking at trying to provide this kind of live coverage and whatnot, and using the whole OCR Report team to do such. We were looking to do something with Seattle, which is now not happening. we are a bunch of us going to be up in Montana if that happens. So look
That's
out.
coming up soon. Like what, May 2nd?
Yeah, so that's kind of like on the cusp of like we don't know right now where we're
What's
at of
happening?
yeah how far are things going to get postponed. So we have yet to see. So really hoping for that one. I actually got myself a new gimbal, and actually we're on video, so let me just go ahead and show it. Um, show some technology. I had a larger gimbal, and the battery got to where it just stopped lasting for me. So I got this little guy just to try it out, and it's a little like almost pocket-sized gimbal.
Oh, that's small.
I mean, I
It's
need a
even
large
smaller than
pocket for it
mine.
to go in, but yeah. Um, cool part about this one, it's definitely got some features on it that I miss on a bigger one, but for traveling, I think this is awesome. It's got a like you hook your phone in,
Hmm.
and then you just slide it in and lock it down,
Hmm.
and then it's on there. And then I'd have to put my phone on it to actually show it do well, but it works pretty well. I can swing it like this. That looks cool.
Get crazy.
But no, this is the same company that I had on the other one,
What company?
Zhiyun. Oh, it's
Oh,
not
it's
getting
trying to
blurry.
focus in on it. It's not going to show it.
But this is just like a newer, smaller version.
Yeah,
I guess I
that
got.
is pretty small. It's pretty light.
It's not very light. It is
It's not very light.
I mean, there's a big old battery in there. It's supposed
Right.
to last like 12 hours or something,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. Because the other
I
one was
just saw
lasting
mine.
only an
I didn't
hour.
I thought I even had one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's giant though. It's somewhere around here. I think I was charging it and then I forgot about it because I
I,
was gonna play with it. But
Scott put a message that I have to moderate because it has a bad word in it. I've allowed it though. Uh, yeah, I don't know what else I really wanted to say about that OCR report. Just getting serious. We're trying to take it, trying to do the best we can with the time we have, and get things taken up to the next level. So
yeah.
where we're at with all this stuff, who knows when we'll get to do that? But at the same time, it kind of gives a little bit more time to try things out and practice and whatnot. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
There's always room for
We'll see.
growth. Always room for growth.
Yep. The Tough Mudder schedule for 2020 came out, which is now completely blown away.
As soon as it came out, just like that.
Yeah. Everybody's got their own perspective on how this affects them, but it is interesting for Tough Mudder to be like, everything's good, we got it, we're back to business,
Oh,
and
dang
then
it.
yeah. So at this point, how are we looking? I think their first event, actually, America Tough Mudder, U.S. Tough Mudder is Virginia in May, late May. So they
Hmm.
may still be on. They may still be on in May for their,
Late May.
uh, the rest of the season. But I know the UK had some dates that they're shifting, that they're postponing. So they've got a
Yeah, so I
whole,
think Toughest UK is the same day as Toughest Chicago is what I saw.
yeah, that
Yeah.
that's pretty cool in a way. Like
Yeah.
if we're all well, they'll be running before we do.
Right. Right. So I emailed Tough Mudder because I registered for Colorado, which is going to be sometime in August. I think it's the same weekend as Rugged Maniac. So I'm probably just going to do like a Sunday fun day run. um, just so I can get like a Tough Mudder under my belt before WTM.
Hmm.
And uh, so yeah, I I emailed Tough Mudder because I had that podium finish from College Station last year, and it was good for like a free tougher upgrade with a
Oh,
regular registration. And so I was like, so I'm not going to be able to make any of the toughest events. So pretty please, can I just like be grandfathered in for contender status for WTM since I'm already registered for that? And that was like a week and a half ago probably, and I still have yet to hear from them.
they're probably like, who is this? Shut up.
Yeah. They're like, what is this? Who is this? This girl over here talking like she's Amelia.
Well, okay. Speaking of which, OCRWC, no requirements for age group this year if the event actually happens.
Yeah, because of the abridged season that everybody's having.
So elites will still have to qualify some form or fashion, but age group. You want to race age group? Now's the year. This is the
Did
year.
they say age group in journeyman? I was looking at that. I was like, I didn't think journeyman had
Yes.
any qualifications.
No, journeyman has qualification of you've got to run at least X number of races in a year. Maybe it's
Gotcha.
3. It's not a lot, but
Okay.
there's still a qualification in that sense. Okay. So that's cool too. So anybody, basically, if you want to run OCRWC this year, it is open game. So that'd be pretty awesome if they like sold out of everything.
Yeah.
If it happens.
There's gonna be a lot of age groupers then.
Yeah.
That's October. Stay positive, Jason. October is too close to November, and November is World, so we have to stay positive.
Yeah.
Stay optimistic.
Scott asks, do they throw spears at that race? Asking for a friend. Sorry, Scott. There are no spears there. You have to get your spear thrown elsewhere. He should come, though. It's, I mean, Scott's pretty, he's got some speed on him. He is good with the obstacles. I feel like it would be a good place for him to really test himself in ways that he probably hasn't prior.
Did you just call him out?
Yeah, Scott. Come to OCRWC and see if you can beat me. Because I don't care how much you train. You can train as much as Kevin Giolotti, but if you can't get through that last rig...
Are you and Scott in the same age group now?
I don't know. See if he'll tell us what age group he's in. I'm 38, so... Scott says that he would fall off everything.
Doubtful. He only likes races with spears and burpees. What you do after you fall off the obstacles is your own business, Scott.
Oh, he's in the next age bracket, I think. Because it's 35 to 39?
Yeah. I think it's 30 to 34, 35 to 39.
Yeah, I got a couple years to catch up with him.
I'll have to wait for next year.
Let's look at, before we just go against what we said and talk about coronavirus, the Spartan Ultra Series came out, and it was so funny because they came out with a series, quote unquote, and it had, let's see if I got the image for it here. No, crap, I don't have it. It had the whole list of all the races, basically every ultra out there. Yeah. It's not really a series. So I still don't know, like, as much as I follow this stuff, I still don't know, are these
Wait, are you talking about their Spartan Ultra series or their Spartan Ultra Trail series?
Spartan you got me. So we've got leaderboard point series, and then for age groups, and then there's point series for the elites for every race. Is that what's happening?
No.
I don't either, man.
For Ultra series?
Yeah, so nice graphics they made.
Yeah.
So they need to get permission from them to use them, though.
To use their images so that we're compliant. We don't get shut down.
Yep, we definitely don't want somebody to send legal action against us. So that would be sad. Pour one out. All right, that's all of the topics I had written down. So, coronavirus time. Bring it on.
Yay.
Talk about all the coronavirus.
Eric, don't ask for medical advice on Facebook. Please don't.
Uh, what? Oh, my brother-in-law and his wife, they both work in hospitals,
Mm-hmm.
and so we haven't seen them, even though they live 5 houses down. We haven't seen them in a week because they've been going to work. So we're trying to do
Yeah,
the right thing and not, you
go
know,
visit him.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it it sucks. It sucks. So my procedural area, we there's a Facebook group. They a lot of hospitals have been just putting them on call, and just making them available just for emergencies only, so that they stay home. But then the problem with that is that you don't like you still have to get your hours from somewhere, so they're having to
Mm-hmm.
like dip into their PTO and everything like that, which
Ugh,
sucks. Luckily,
yeah.
they haven't done that with us yet. I say yet because I feel like it's coming, but yeah.
If you haven't gotten to go out to a grocery store yet, um, it's pretty interesting just to see. I've seen a lot of pictures online as well to show. Look at what people leave behind.
Yeah.
Like everybody's hoarding, but there's a lot of stuff that people are leaving behind. Like looking at the cheeses, seeing the cheddars and the
Block cheese
the mozzarellas, all that stuff is gone. But then
because it expires.
everybody's left like Munster and Gouda and just some other cheeses that I'd be like, well, give me it. I don't care. Give
Oh,
me
I
that
know
stuff.
all the
But
expensive cheeses. Y'all are making me buy the expensive stuff. This is not cool.
yeah, it's interesting. I had a funny experience. I was at the freezer section and I was looking at some stuff and this guy comes up and he comes around the corner and he looks and sees everything. I think he was going to get some eggs because they were completely out. And he goes, "What is this? Everything's gone. Who's everybody's taking everything." And he started going on this rant about it, and I'm just like, "Yeah, man, it's crazy, right?" And he's like getting closer to me as he's trying to talk to me, and I'm like kind of scooting away, like, "Bro, why are you trying to get so close? You could probably got the virus."
Stay away, 6 feet. Stay away.
Yeah, and he said something about it's all for the money. Like that's how he ended his conversation. It's all for the money or something. It's like, all right, bro. Sorry, man.
I didn't get to hit up the Asian market yesterday by my work. I think it's just so funny that like my mom was like, "Oh yeah, you should go to the Asian stores because everybody's scared to go in there." Like, that's so ridiculous.
Oh man. I did not get that guy's number. I ran away from him as fast as I could.
You didn't want to
Uh,
mix COVID.
I went to Kroger. No. I was at Albertsons, and then I went to a Tom Thumb. And Tom Thumb, since I guess they're more pricier, yeah, more expensive grocery, they still had some things. They're actually fully stocked on eggs.
So remember well, I don't know. Okay, so in Louisiana, they had all these like little mom and pop grocery stores. They have none of those around here.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and like that probably would have been my go-to after going to like the bigger chains.
Yeah, I've thought about
But
checking some of those places, but I didn't feel like just driving around all day.
yeah, that was probably what fueled my losing it on that lady in the dollar store the other day. So so for story time,
Mm-hmm.
boys and girls. I went off on a lady in the dollar store the other day, and it was probably not my proudest moment, but I don't feel bad about it at all. Because I got a tip from somebody to check the dollar store for toilet paper because I guess people weren't rating those places yet. So I went there after I met with my trainer, and I was really sad already because my trainer said that they would probably be shutting down the gym, which they did. And then it was probably like my second dollar store to go to. And the stalker girl was restocking the hand sanitizer because all the vultures had like cleared the shelves of the hand sanitizer. So she puts 4 bottles of hand sanitizer on the shelf And then here comes this lady with her gloves on, pushing her cart. And she proceeds to grab everything off the shelf that the stalker had just put on the dang shelf. And I'm like, and I just went off. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, it's people like you that the people who actually need this stuff can't get it. And she just like had this look on her face like, well, you know, if they really needed it, they would come and get it. And I'm like, I lose all faith in humanity because of people like you. Oh my gosh. I just wanted to.
What if somebody would have said, "Well, I'm here. Give me some." What would she have done
Exactly.
then?
Exactly. And I probably wouldn't have gone off on her so much if she already didn't have like hordes and hordes of stuff in her basket already. And I was just like, I'm losing faith in humanity right now. I need to get out of here ASAP and just like not even go onto social media and just stay out of the general public for the rest of today.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably not my proudest moment, but it's okay. I felt like it said.
Hey, how do you spell Filipino?
Filipino.
P what?
Filipino.
Okay.
Scott, they're not even carrying rolls of toilet paper on the housekeeping carts. Believe me, I've checked.
Is this not updating? What's happening? Sorry, I'm trying to do funny stuff here. It's not updating on me. I don't know why.
Corner.
Oh, there it goes.
Spelling corner. That's funny.
Well, just gonna continue on breathing and getting through this and doing what we can. Try to keep training and without getting around too many other people, I guess. And
yeah,
as of right now, we don't have like an official like we know for sure this will be the next obstacle race to happen.
Yeah, because it was gonna be DecaFit.
Yeah.
Okay. Just more training, I guess. Chad, I didn't realize how much I hated the air bike until I started training for, for DecaFit. Trails are still open. Bike paths are still open.
Yep.
Get outside and get active. Just stay comfortable distances from people.
Sophia actually asked a good question. Do you think when they announce the first event, everyone's going to flock to it?
I think so.
Yeah, I could see like kind of how OCR Worlds is opening up registration to pretty much everybody. Like it could, all these events that do eventually happen, especially like World's Toughest. There's no only one American Toughest this year.
Yep.
It could be like a record toughest for them. It'd be very interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah, registration numbers and who's going to be the first one to put it on. Like, you think there's going to be a race to, like, once they start lifting restrictions and everything, there's going to be a race to see who's going to put on the first event. Is it going to be Spartan? Is it going to be Tough Mudder? Is it going to be one of the smaller companies?
Yeah, it definitely will be up to a little bit of luck. So depending on where it falls and who had their event already scheduled, because obviously it still takes a lot of coordination and scheduling with an event's place.
Like the venues and all the logistics.
Yeah.
All the home workouts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the home workouts. Everybody's got their home workout. I'm actually. That's what I've gathered all y'all here for is to do a home workout. So get down on your mats.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just freaking go look up YouTube. There's a bazillion home workouts on there already. Joe DeSena literally was doing what I just did as a joke. He's making sure his Spartans are good to go
I
for
feel
the next
like
race, man.
all the OCR people are like, we've been training for this our whole lives. And all these OCR people are just like capitalizing on everybody that needs advice on home workout.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of companies are switching in how they're doing business too. Like we actually put out a statement as soon as we could to say uh, all the training we do, the services that we do, it can all be done remotely. So
Yeah.
we're still here. If your company can continue to do things and need our assistance, then we're working. So a lot of that going on, I think.
I really do miss my trainer though. I feel sorry for her that she's lost all of her clients. So we're probably actually going to work out again this weekend.
Shoot, Yancey Camp's got a pretty good setup. Like he's already set up for this.
Yeah, he's totally already set up for this. He's like already 500 or no, 700 workouts in, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Pretty
might have to
crazy.
hit up some of those too.
Well, I think that's. I mean, I need to get some lunch myself.
Yeah.
Probably a good place to wrap it up. We're gonna throw this up on the podcast at some point, probably later tonight. See if we got any last questions coming in.
Oh, Scott, the season pass, I think, didn't they extend it? I'm pretty sure they extended the season pass. Or maybe that's the trifecta season that I'm thinking about.
I feel like I heard something about that too. Like it's
They're going to extend it
right.
to.
It'll count for 2020 and 2021. Shoot, I don't want to say
Yeah.
anything that's incorrect there, but I
Yeah.
know I did hear they did something with it.
Yeah, they might extend it to like maybe the first half of next year's races or something like that. But I imagine they are going to be doing something like that just to be fair to everybody because those
And
season passes aren't cheap.
and everybody has been doing that kind of stuff so far as
Yeah.
best they can. It's going to be you're going to get a deferment or something. It's not just going to be they're going to be like, we got your money, too bad for you.
Sophia. I agree. Trifecta season extended. I don't care. Tell me about my season pass.
Hang on. I see the problem. It's like it's got to get through everything it already showed before it can show
Yeah.
the new stuff. Yep.
I'm drinking all this coffee and I switched to caffeine-free Endurolite. I'm kind of liking it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, because are you drinking coffee instead and drinking?
Well, because I feel like I don't know why I've become like a coffee drinker over like these past few years, like more so than usual. And now, like, I just got rid of the extra caffeine in the Performalite and I switched to the caffeine-free Performalite, and I feel like a lot less jittery. Kind of liking
Well, yeah, if you're doubling up on your coffee and your formally, then
it.
I can see that.
Favorite coffee? Oh, Cafe du Monde.
Really?
Yes, the coffee and chicory. Oh my god.
I mean, I don't know if it's any good or not because I'm not a coffee drinker, but
The Cafe du Monde coffee, and then like I put like a little splash of French vanilla creamer, and that's it. Like I don't put any extra sugar in it. I just put a little bit of creamer in it, and it tastes like chocolate. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good.
So Cafe du Monde is a restaurant, a famous beignet restaurant down in New Orleans, down in the French Quarter. You just buy it? You buy it in a store up there?
No, you can buy it on Amazon in like 4-packs,
Okay.
but right now it's kind of expensive.
Is that how you usually get it? You get it online?
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah, and it's super strong.
Speaking of New Orleans, there's a movie that just came out on Netflix since everybody's home doing nothing but watching Netflix, called Mr. Right. It's got Sam Rockwell and Anna Kendrick.
Oh, I did see that.
It's
Was that shot in New Orleans? I
it's
didn't see that.
goofy as I mean it's like romantic comedy goofy with a spy thriller twist to it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it goes way out of the way to show shots of New Orleans because it does take place there. So if you watch it, you'll recognize tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like they do some shots that are, like, purposely, like, oh, let's make sure we shoot here and get
Like
this.
Jackson Square in the background.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that particular, but yeah, exactly. Like, they show very
Things like
specific
that.
things, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, NOLA is shut down. Along with everything else. I was really super sad to hear that the Manitou Incline was shutting down.
Mark said they were just nudging people off of bourbon, but
Yeah,
they
that's what
probably,
I saw too.
at this point, they probably haven't started beating people off of it.
Closing bars down. That's so
Yeah.
sad. Actually, you know what? So one of the techs that works for me, he was supposed to go on his honeymoon this weekend. Sorry.
It's all right.
Kids are out of school. It's crazy. So he was supposed to go on his honeymoon this weekend for 2 weeks to Italy. So
man.
obviously that got canceled. And he was like, well, if we can't go to Italy, we'll change it and we'll just fly and we'll go spend a week in New Orleans and then spend a week in Miami and then we'll fly back. And yesterday he was like, this sucks.
Oh, so they did that?
No,
Oh,
he
okay.
had to he like
Okay.
officially canceled his trip yesterday. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so sad. But at least y'all can like put that money towards something else now, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, let's wrap it up here. I got nothing else to say. I'm gonna get some food.
Remote
Thanks,
learning is fun.
Sophia and Scott and Eric, for joining us. That was nice.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Josh for a split second.
Yep.
Josh was busy. What did he say he was watching?
I don't know, PlayStation
PlayStation conference or something.
conference.
I don't know. I'll have to look back. Anyways, you guys take care. Let's get on Discord. You're sitting home doing nothing. Get on Discord. bit.ly/OCR Discord. Come chat with everybody.
I guess I need to get back on that. Oh my god. Oh yeah, my son's throwing the ball around with the dogs right now.
Fine, we'll shut it down then. All right. Thank you guys for listening and watching. This will, unfortunately, if you watch now, then you won't want to hear it again on the podcast. Or maybe you will. Who knows?
Maybe. Relive some of the greater moments.
All right. Take it easy, Anna.
All right, you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.